Creating the knee controls. Depending on how you have modeled your character, you may encounter some challenges, especially when bending the leg or arm. And the knee controls will help you mitigate any of these issues. First, we're going to select the IK handle, hide the model. Now, go to Create, Curve Tools, CV Curve Tool. Holding down V on your keyboard, create a point at the thigh, the knee, and the ankle. And then go back to the beginning. Press Enter when done. Now we're going to press F8 to access component mode. Select the point on the knee. Holding down W and left mouse button, we're going to change the axis to normal. You would see that now we can move on the same axis as the leg. Carefully, want to move this forward. You don't want it to have it too close, as we're going to be creating a pull vector. You don't want to have it too close, and yet you don't want to have it too far. Keep it somewhere in the middle. If you keep it too close, it can be problematic. So go press F8 when done to exit component mode. And now, holding down W, left mouse button, we're going to change our axis back to world. Now we're ready to create our controls. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to go and create a polygon primitive platonic solid. Once created, we're going to go into the inputs and we're going to change this to primitive octahedron. Now we're going to select this option here to snap to curves. Click on it and we're going to snap it to the very top point that we just created. Click that option off when done. Scale this object up, zoom in slightly, and now using our CV curve tool, we are going to trace this shape. So go to Create, Curve Tool, CV Curve Tool, and holding down the letter V, we're going to go around this shape. Okay, I think I grabbed all the edges. Click Enter when done. Now go ahead and delete that poly object. Go into Modify, Center Pivot, and now we're going to scale down holding C and the middle mouse button. Make sure it is on the correct spot. And now you can get rid of the triangular shape we created earlier. Just select it and hit delete. Let's go ahead and mirror this object over. To do so, first duplicate, then Control G. Now change scale X on -1. Go to Edit and Ungroup. Select both and freeze transformations. Let's go ahead and rename each one of these newly created controls. I'm going to start with this one. Let's rename them Anim L Knee 01. Copy and paste that and rename the next one Anim _R _knee 01. Let's color code both of these controls. Control A, Attribute Editor, Drawing Overrides, Enable Overrides, change this one to red, and the left one, change it to blue. Grab both controllers, click and middle mouse button them to the controls group. Lastly, let's head back to the channel box. Here, we're going to lock and hide rotation, scale, and visibility. Our last step now is to constrain those knee controls to the actual knees. So grab the knee control, select the IK for the proper knee, in this case the left leg. Now go to constraint and create a pole vector. Repeat on the other side. And now go ahead and test it. I will have to go and probably check on my painting weights, as I do have some slight issues there. However, the actual pole constraint we just created definitely works well. Now, using the same exact instructions, go ahead and create on your own pole vectors for the elbows.